incredible Irish wife, Chicago.
Monday Night
Welcome.
Raw delivered one of the most shocking and electrifying moments in recent WWE history as Brock Lesnar aligned himself with Seth Rollins' faction, The Vision, to confront none other than Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. This unprecedented alliance instantly ignited the WWE universe, leaving fans stunned and analysts scrambling to interpret the implications of such a seismic shift in the power dynamics of Raw. For weeks, tension had been building. Brock Lesnar, WWE's living embodiment of chaos and destruction, had been absent from the main roster following his previous skirmishes with Roman Reigns. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins had been carefully consolidating his forces under the banner of The Vision, recruiting young powerhouses and seasoned tacticians alike to forge a faction capable of dominating Monday Night Raw. The arrival of Lesnar alongside Rollins transformed The Vision from a cunning faction into an unstoppable force, capable of striking fear into every corner of the locker room. The build-up. Rising tensions. Leading into the confrontation, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton had been the de facto protectors of Raw's main event scene. Rhodes, the American Nightmare, had been engaged in a long-running feud with Seth Rollins, culminating in a series of high-stakes encounters that had kept fans on the edge of their seats. Orton, the Viper, had also been targeted by Rollins in a series of cunning attacks designed to destabilize Raw's hierarchy. Together, Rhodes and Orton had positioned themselves as the primary obstacle to the Vision's dominance, but they were about to face a challenge unlike any other. The intrigue began backstage when reports surfaced that Lesnar was seen in private discussions with Rollins earlier in the evening. WWE personnel described the atmosphere as charged with tension, with Lesnar's unmistakable aura of intimidation creating an immediate sense of urgency. Rumors swirled that this meeting was not just a friendly reunion, but a calculated alliance designed to take out the strongest opposition standing in the Vision's path. The entrance, shock, and awe. The arena lights dimmed, and the ominous chords of Seth Rollins' theme echoed through the rafters. The Vision appeared, flanked by a cadre of newly recruited members, each displaying the combination of strength and agility that had made the faction a rising force. The crowd, already buzzing with anticipation, erupted as the Vision made their way down the ramp with precision and purpose. Just when it seemed the segment would proceed as expected, the unmistakable roar of Brock Lesnar's music hit. The audience erupted into a frenzy, many fans chanting, "Suplex City," as Lesnar strode confidently to the ring. His expression was stoic, unreadable, and filled with the raw intensity fans had come to expect. Lesnar's presence instantly elevated the stakes, signaling to everyone in the arena that the Vision was no longer just a faction. It was a phenomenon capable of toppling the entire main event roster. Upon reaching the ring, Lesnar aligned himself next to Rollins, the two men exchanging a subtle nod that confirmed the alliance. For the first time in WWE history, Lesnar and the Vision stood together, a union of brute force and tactical genius. The confrontation. Across the ring, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton looked visibly unsettled. Rhodes, never one to back down from a challenge, attempted to rally the crowd while keeping his focus on the ring. Orton, the seasoned veteran, remained calm but alert, knowing full well that they were facing a force unlike any they had encountered in recent memory. Rollins, ever the strategist, grabbed a microphone and addressed the challengers. "Cody, Randy," he said, his voice dripping with confidence, "you've dominated this ring for far too long. Tonight, you will see what happens when raw power meets vision, when ambition meets execution. Brock, are you ready?" Lesnar's response was a single, chilling nod. The crowd erupted, sensing the tension building to a potential eruption of chaos. The assault without warning, Lesnar surged forward with devastating force, targeting Cody Rhodes with a series of thunderous strikes. Rhodes staggered, but managed to evade Lesnar's initial charge, only for Rollins to intervene with calculated precision, striking Rhodes with a series of knee strikes that left him disoriented. Orton attempted to retaliate, but the Vision's newly recruited members intercepted him, creating a perfect storm of chaos that showcased the faction's superior coordination and power. Lesnar, towering over both Rhodes and Orton, executed a series of German suplexes that shook the ring to its foundation. Each slam drew gasps from the audience, who could hardly believe the sheer brutality of the display. Rollins and the Vision members systematically isolated the two challengers, demonstrating not only their individual abilities, but the strategic genius that Rollins brings as a leader. The combination of Lesnar's raw strength and the Vision's tactical execution was unprecedented. Fans quickly took to social media, calling the segment the most intense faction moment in years, and speculating about what this new alliance could mean for the championship picture. Backstage reactions. Backstage, WWE personnel and fellow superstars were left in stunned disbelief. Several stars reportedly gathered around monitors, replaying the segment multiple times to analyze the dynamics between Lesnar, Rollins, and the Vision. Many expressed a mix of awe and apprehension, recognizing that the emergence of Lesnar as a faction member fundamentally altered the hierarchy of Raw. Veteran superstars commented on the significance of this alliance. One producer shared, "We've never seen a faction with this combination of raw physicality and tactical genius. Lesnar adds unpredictability, and Rollins adds intelligence. Together, they're unstoppable." The fallout. Implications for Raw. With Lesnar now standing alongside the Vision, the landscape of Monday Night Raw has shifted dramatically. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, once the main event anchors of the brand, now face a challenge of unprecedented scale. Analysts and fans alike are predicting potential future clashes that could redefine the main event hierarchy, including possible triple threat encounters, faction warfare, and even championship implications. The presence of Lesnar also introduces questions about future rivalries. Will this alliance remain stable, or will Lesnar eventually turn on Rollins, as has been the nature of his unpredictable career? How will Rhodes and Orton strategize to overcome a faction that combines brute force, agility, and calculated tactics? These questions have left fans speculating endlessly about upcoming pay-per-view events, including Survivor Series and WrestleMania. Social media explosion. As clips of the confrontation spread across social media, hashtags like Brock and the Vision, Raw Chaos, and Faction Domination trended worldwide. Fans praised the spectacle, noting the perfect chemistry between Lesnar's raw intensity and Rollins' calculated leadership. Comments ranged from excitement to disbelief.